Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal giving you my thoughts, analysis, and rant. I know I'm late on this one. It was announced last week and it is going to be expected to be released on October 20, but it is the Sony Xperia 5 Mark II. I'm just not going to say Mark, instead I'll just say Sony Xperia 5 II or Xperia 5 II. So, giving you my thoughts, analysis, and rant. And this phone, I'm going to give you my thoughts right now. This phone in this day and age, I'm not talking about 5 years ago or even 10 years ago when there was a replaceable battery option. But this phone is as close as to being perfect of a smartphone there is on the market. Close, and is not getting a lot of buzz, which I don't understand, because I think in terms of features, in terms of size, in terms of screen, it is absolutely packed. It's a beast of a phone, that's for sure. So you know what? I'm gonna let you know right now. So what do we have here in terms of specifications? So front and back Gorilla Glass 6 with aluminum frame. It comes with single or dual SIM depending on your market. OLED screen, 6.1 inch, which is smaller than the Xperia 1 Mark II. 1080 by 2520, 21 by 9 ratio. That's 449 pixel density. Obviously it will come with the Bravia display. What else? Luminous display. There you go. X Reality engine. It comes with 120 hertz refresh rate. Yes, 120 hertz. Android 10, obviously. Qualcomm Snapdragon 865, not the 865 Plus. That is only reserved to the Xperia 1 2. Adreno 650, 128 gig storage, internal storage, and it has micro SD expandability, and the RAM is 8 gigs. Yes, you heard me, 8 gigs. 3 cameras, 12 megapixel f 1.724 wide, comes with OIS and face detect. 12 megapixels f 2.4 telephoto with OIS. 12 megapixels f 2.2. 16 ultra wide, but it doesn't have OIS since it is ultra wide. And all it is covered in Carl Zeiss optics. Videos are 4K, 24, 30, 60, 120 frames per second. Yes, 120. 1080 with 5-axis image stabilization. Front camera, 8 megapixels f 2.0. That's 24 millimeter wide. No OIS, but it does have gyro EIS, but it's not going to replace hardware. Video is a 1080p 30 frames per second. It comes with stereo speakers, and guess what, it also comes with a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Yes, you heard me. 24-bit 120 kilohertz dynamic vibration system. Not only that, you know it will come with some type of Sony DAC in there. It will come with Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 1.1 with aptX HD. Yes, and also has the LE version. LE audio for wireless needs. Obviously, it comes with GPS, NFC, yes, USB 3.1 as usual. And has a fingerprint side scanner, fingerprint button that can also scan. That can also become a home button. It is side mounted, and the battery has been upgraded from 31 or 32 from the first version, and it is now 4,000. Yes, 4,000. Well, it does not have wireless charging, but it will come in. It will have fast charging. Wall charger, 21 watts. It will come in black, gray, blue, and pink. And the price will be $950 to $1,000, depending on who's selling it. So, As you can tell from the features, for one, it has a slim body. Anyone can hold this. It's not too big. Yes, it does have 6.1 inch screen, but it is a slimmer body. It's a 21:9 ratio. OLED screen, 8 gigs of RAM, 4000 milliamps battery, 128 gigs of storage with micro SD expandability. It does have 5G, but the 5G might only be one of those international radio bands. So, this is why I don't know why it's not getting a lot of press, not getting a lot of buzz, but this phone might be the closest thing to a perfect smartphone. Obviously, it will have a slow update since it's Sony. And I forgot to mention, it has IP68 of dust and water resistant. But in any case, so it's going to be really slow when it comes to updates. It is what it is. But this is a feature packed phone compared to others. Now let's get to the analysis. You see, when it comes to Sony phones market share, I think Sony is more famous outside of the USA, maybe outside of Canada, outside of North America basically. It's probably popular in Japan, popular in Asia, popular in Europe, so and so. So, in terms of market share, this is not going to move the market share. It's probably just going to sustain it or maintain it or keep it. If Sony's market share in terms of cell phone industry is 4%, it's going to stay in 4%. But with the lack of usual press marketing, this phone is not gonna be famous. It's not gonna be a buzz of a phone because of Sony's lack of marketing. Not only that, it's $4,000. I mean, $950 or $1,000. I'll get to that later. It's sad because this is a feature-packed phone with a headphone jack. A great audio jack. It probably can power Sony's premium headphones. You know, the top of the line headphones, which Sony's great for. Sony's known for its audio equipment. Same with camera equipment and so on. But what's gonna hold this phone back is pretty obvious, is the marketing. And Sony's not willing to give it that. Even though it's going to release on October 20, based on the press release, it looks like no one would care. But I do, because it has almost everything that I'm looking for. Should you pay attention to this phone? Yes, because it has a headphone jack, slim body, 4,000 milliamps, 120 hertz. But in terms of the general consensus of the number one market in the world, which is the USA, it's not going to be famous. Not a lot of people will have it. I may have it. But in terms of the general consumers, they're not going to care about this phone, which is sad. On to the rant. My rant on this one is the 5G band is not for USA. Yes, I know USA is not the only country in the world, but I wish they could have diversified the 5G radio bands. Because I would love to have this phone at least last 3 years. Maybe by then 5G would probably be widespread here in the US of A. Number two, the price. I'm not down with the price. $950 to $1,000 depending on where you buy it here in the USA. That's way too expensive for this phone. People are gonna say, why am I gonna get this when I can get an iPhone or even a Samsung, which has a faster update? Yes, I know it has a headphone jack. Yes, it has a 14 milliamp battery, but sometimes an update. Look, Sony's updating smartphones in general are slow. How do I know? I had what? I had the Xperia Compact. Yes, and it was really slow to get it. So 950, I think they should have lowered the price. I could see this phone at $700 based on specs. Number 3, no wireless charging. Really? No wireless charging? I mean, it's the year 2020, almost 100 days left until 2021, and still no wireless charging. It's terrible. It's absolutely disappointed. Obviously, last but not least, I think just in general, it's just Sony's slow to update to Android 11. It's probably going to take another year. I wouldn't be surprised. So, I mean, look, you can add to my rant Sony's lack of marketing on this phone. That's going to be obvious. But look, I mean, it's going to kill me just to say that this phone, it's gonna lag because of Sony's updates. But that is it. When you have a company that's slow to update phones and people have already experienced it, they're not gonna go back to the company, which is Sony. And I think that's going to be the biggest drawback of this phone. It's just the slow to update. But nonetheless, those is actually the only rants that I have on this phone. I can't think of any other anything else. Because, I mean, it's as close as you're going to get. So in conclusion, I've said it before in the beginning, in this modern day and age, this phone is as close to being perfect of a smartphone these days. I think this is better than the Pixel, better than Samsung. I think in terms of features, I'm just talking about features, it's better than the iPhone, and I have the iPhone 11 Pro. But the price is too much, especially for the phone itself. But nonetheless, it's certainly refreshing to see a modern phone, 2020, that has this much feature packed. It reminded me of how Samsung used to be, especially on the Note. And so that basically concludes this thoughts, analysis, and rant of the Sony Xperia 5 II. So tell me, what do you think of this phone? Let me know down in the comments below. And so, I will see you in the next thoughts, analysis, and rant. Bye-bye.